So how about the Biz Marquis de Sade?
I like when you bleed, but you say it's just a power structure. But you say it's just a power. I mean, I shouldn't do the Biz Marquis voice. That's probably racist. But to be fair, it's exactly the same as my Randy Newman voice. So I feel it's not. Oh, you got a friend in me.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
Randy Newman was based.
Yeah, Randy Newman was absolutely based.
Oh, man.
He smoked a lot of bass.
Did he?
No.
Bass?
Well, we were doing a lot of crack at the time we wrote Short People. That's what short people never do crack. That we actually had that line. And Randy Newman doesn't talk like that in his regular life, but I imagine...
Do Randy Newman in Vietnam.
We're coming under fire. It's just Bobcat. I'm just doing Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
Oh, we're coming under fire and we're smoking a blunt. I'm making friends with black soldiers. Oh shit, it's Charlie. Lightning falls on no AK-47s. I killed a villager and her children.
Oh.
Napalm.
Oh,
Randy
no.
Newman in Vietnam. Sucking up napalm like a bomb. Yeah, that's...
Nice.
Will Sasso does the best Randy Newman in the biz.
Is he still... He's skinny now, therefore irrelevant.
No, he still maintains a funny weight. He's still got a funny body type. It's fine as long as you can swing that. That's why Jonah Hill never stopped being totally funny. If you think he was ever funny, where do you side on? Is Jonah Hill funny or not?
I side on he's funny.
Yeah, I think he's funny. He's got a crusty voice. He's got a cynical demeanor. He was. I just the phrase "do crack with me, bro," from Wolf of Wall Street. I frequently quote.
The Quaalude scene in Wolf of Wall Street is fantastic.
Oh yeah, that whole movie. It's one of my favorites. It's because I don't really think Scorsese made a movie as compelling as that since Casino. You know, It was, I guess, because there hadn't really been a big dick Scorsese movie since Casino. You know, like the sort of like sprawling mafia or crime tale that takes place across several decades, but it's just like it's filled with licensed music and a lot of energy and a lot of crazy sequences showing the depravity of these people. Like he hadn't made one of those in a while.
Well, that same Rolling Stones song that he always plays.
Yeah.
He's probably going to do a movie about the 20s next and put in a friggin' Stones song.
That would be the best. Who cares? It's great.
Enough.
Fuck that shit.
Enough.
It's going to cast Mick Jagger as Al Capone.
Isn't he doing one about the 20s coming up?
Is he? He produced Boardwalk Empire, which sucked.
Yeah. Well, I had to quit watching that.
Boardwalk Empire, more like Boardwalk.
With it,
Empire,
board spelled Bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was Boardwalk Empire.
Bored of Walk Empire.
Even though Michael Shannon, my favorite person on the entire earth, was in it.
Michael Shannon's fashion sense rivals that of Michael Jordan.
Did he grow a Hitler mustache?
Oh no, but I'm talking fashion, like clothes, not your facial accoutrement.
I thought you said his fascist sense.
No, his fashion sense.
His fascist.
Those are two Michaels
sense.
with some good fashion. I bring that up because I know Michael Shannon wears extremely odd clothing, and I've just been watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary.
Ooh, tell me about The Last Dance. I've heard good things about it.
It's great. It makes me want to watch some like old Michael Jordan basketball games.
What are you learning about the NBA?
What are
you learning about Scottie Pippen?
I'm learning Scottie Pippen was like criminally underpaid, which I didn't know. He was at the time, like after they had won their 5th championship, Scottie Pippen was the 122nd best paid person in the NBA. And it was like crazy. It really sucked.
No love for Pippen.
Yeah, no love for him.
Isn't there also speculation that Scottie is sort of a bit bisexual? Bit sort of a closeted bisexual?
I don't know, dude.
Okay, I'm just speculating. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just gonna throw out those accusations.
Who during that time was like, okay, yeah, so Dennis Rodman, who cares what he's doing? Have you heard Scottie Pippen might be a bit bisexual? What? No. Who cares?
I care because I want to suck Scottie Pippen's dick. If that's on the table,
no, he's too
I would
tall
suck
for you.
His old Chicago Bulls dick.
He's too tall for you.
He's not too tall. He's the perfect height. I won't even have to kneel.
The lazy,
yes, the very
man.
lazy blowjob. Exactly. I come up to his hips.
Yeah, I get with NBA players because I don't like to kneel.
I like to suck dick, but I don't like to kneel. You know, that's why I like tall boys.
Yeah, it's a good documentary. Learning a lot about Michael Jordan that I didn't know.
I've heard he's a dick. Does this documentary? He produced this, so I imagine it's not like it doesn't go too heavy on his dickishness.
I mean, he's kind of a dick. He's a dick in that he wants to win every single game. So he's a dick in that he's a tryhard. Because tryhards are annoying. Like, you ever play online video games and people get mad at you for trying too hard? People on your team, like, oh, you're such a tryhard.
You tryhard.
Imagine trying to win.
Yeah, because it's not cool unless you win and make it look effortless. If you look like you're just, like, really struggling all the time, you seem like a bitch.
Yeah.
Nah. No one can call Michael Jordan a bitch, though. You could call him a lot of things, but I don't think a bitch really applies to him. Because Michael Jordan would just, like, anything I'd say to him, he would just send me a withering glare, and I would just crumble into a million pieces. Like, I would be the bitch if I ever encountered Michael Jordan. And tried to, come at him. If I tried to cancel Michael Jordan for being, like, an inveterate gambler, or, like, making Chamillionaire feel sad.
What is Chamillionaire up to?
He's making some royalties off of Riding Dirty, mostly from the Weird Al parody.
Did you hear about Weird AI Yankovic?
Weird AI Yankovic? No.
Yeah. It's there's someone set up there's a new AI out called GPT-3. Someone set it up to make parodies of Weird Al songs. So it's Weird AI Yankovic. There's a new AI out. Look it up, GPT-3.
Weird AI Yankovic. The weirdest Weird Al Yankovic fact that I learned recently was in the My Little Pony universe. The Weird Al Yankovic character, who's voiced by Weird Al Yankovic, who's also modeled to look like Weird Al Yankovic, is the love interest of one of the main ponies, and she bears him a child, canonically in the universe of My Little Pony, which is weird, but that's funny. That's Weird Al Yankovic.
That's a canard.
Yeah. It is a duck. The other Weird Al thing I was thinking, like, very recently was I was trying to, like, picture Weird Al fucking. Because he was, like, married, right?
Yeah.
And,
Sure.
Is he married? I don't know. But he's fucked. Weird Al has fucked. And it's just, I thought that. And I was like, what's it like to fuck Weird Al? Is he, like, does he turn into, like, does he smolder? Like, can he turn it on?
Can he turn into Sexy Al?
I imagine he can do it a lot better without, like, the glasses and the mustache. He seems like he'd have a better shot at turning it on at this point in his life and look.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, Weird Al orgasming, going wow or something like that? Go.
He just orgasms by imitating how other people orgasm and doing it weirdly.
Weird Al parody orgasms.
Yeah. That's all he can do is just parody things he's observed in his classic way. Okay,
let's do some parody orgasms right now. How do you think Gwyneth Paltrow orgasms? I think she exactly. She just goes That's how she orgasms. Okay, next one. How do you think Jonah Hill orgasms?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I still feel ashamed about myself. Of course, Seth Rogasm orgasms like this.
Did you call him Seth Rogasm?
Seth Rogasm? Seth Rogasm orgasms like this.
Seth Rogasm.
I'm having a Seth Rogasm. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how Seth Rogasm does it.
Nice.
And so how would Joe Rogasm do it? Whoa, that's wild.
Jamie, put that
Young
up.
Jamie, put that
Put
up.
that up on the... Jamie,
He
put that
just
up on
throws
the...
his jizz on the wall.
Yeah.
Young Jamie, put that up. Or young Jamie takes his jizz and throws it on the wall. That's what a Joe Rogasm is.
Apparently Joe Rogan's moving to Texas.
Oh man,
Because he wants more. He wants more freedom.
Hell yeah. I believe in freedom.
I don't.
What does freedom mean to you?
I don't
What does
believe-
freedom mean to me?
Freedom means there's food in the grocery store and there's gas in the tank. That's what freedom means to me.
That's America.
That's America.
You know, man, you hear all of these stories of like USSR people who come over to America and they enter a supermarket for the first time and they weep because it's like, they told us they didn't have any of this and this is a paradise.
That started with, like, I think it was Khrushchev coming over and looking at the supermarkets and being dumbfounded. I think that the tankies say that's propaganda, of course.
No, that's not propaganda. I mean, there are people that liked Soviet Russia and the aesthetics of Soviet Russia, and some Russians, by virtue of just being people, liked the American aesthetic of infinite choice. But, you know, I'm thinking that parable whenever I go to the supermarket and I'm faced with immense choice blindness and I'm stuck there for 2 hours and I start weeping, thinking, Icarus, we flew too close to the sun. Which ketchup should I get?
Oh, you want to get the organic ketchup? Definitely. It's going to make it so that you don't get sperm mutations.
I love the phrase sperm mutation.
Sperm mutation.
Man, the weed already did that to me. My sperm are slow. I got lazy sperm.
Well, apparently sperms get autism if you smoke weed, and then you pass it on to your baby. And you want to avoid doing that.
What if I want an autistic baby so what they can do calculate numbers really fast?
So what they can do math good?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a Rain Man. I'm trying to generate a Rain Man here, you know.
I'm pretty sure. Have we talked about this before? That I think there's a bunch of autistic people who don't like Rain Man and don't like the stereotype that they're all good at math, because there's just normal autistic people out there just not good at math.
Yeah, that's my hobby, is spilling toothpicks around autistic people.
Yeah,
and
that's
say, count them.
That's discrimination.
Count them, weasel.
Yeah.
Count them, Dustin Hoffman.
You being discriminatory. You've been
Dustin
ableist.
Hoffman, ableist. Ableist Lincoln.
Now, I'm on the B list.
407 years ago, I don't want any wheelchair ramps because they're inferior. Ableist Lincoln. That's this comedy character. He's Abraham Lincoln, but he's ableist.
Oh, man. When's this pandemic gonna be over? The answer is never.
It's because we haven't prayed to pandemic God.
Pan?
Yeah, Pan.
Just Pan?
Japan. Japan, the Jagoat God.
Ah, Japan. The best band of all time.
Wait. So there's Japan, but there's also Asia.
Yes. There's also Chicago, and there's also Boston.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. There's definitely bands named after every country. There's definitely a band out there named Yemen.
You think there's a band named Yemen?
Yeah, we're a 1980s prog rock group called Yemen, and this is our first song, "Leaving You to Be Lonely," and it's played with a xylophone. It's in 7/4 time, and it has 7 synthesizers. Synthesizers. Yeah. What would be the funniest country for a prog rock band to be named after?
One of those, like, Republic of.
Yeah, Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Democratic Republic of the Congo. And, we started out as our progressive free jazz college, and then we moved on. To lighter work. Man, I love Asia. I love heat of the moment.
Well, I love
You
Japan.
mentioned Japan.
I love Japan.
What is Japan? Why are they good?
Oh, they're a great 80s band with David Sylvian.
Sylvian?
Yeah, they got some really... They have, oh, man.
Are they thrash metal?
No, they're 80s pop.
Oh, they're 80s pop music.
Yeah, they're
Japan.
art pop.
Oh, they're art pop, you say?
Yeah, you probably know.
I probably know, but I never investigated
Tin
Japan
Drum
before.
The album Tin Drum.
Tin Drum.
Yeah, you should probably listen to the album Tin Drum.
I should probably listen to Tin Drum.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Haus of Decline recommendation. Tin Drum by Japan gets our seal of approval.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we're a music podcast.
I listened to that like every morning going to work at the old cable shop. Back when I lived in
cable factory.
Back when I lived in upstate New York, working every day, making cables, breaking my wrists down into bits and pieces. Now I can barely twist things. I can't do twisty ties. I did thousands and thousands of twisty ties, and it just destroyed my wrists until I threatened to quit, and they promoted me to customer service representative. And then I started making $13 an hour instead of $12 an hour.
Booyah, but you didn't have to do no twisties.
I did not. Did not have to do any more twisty ties.
Yeah, and the good thing is, like, now you can't use your wrist effectively anymore, which is very nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Can't type.
It's provided a lot of functions. Nah, it's carpal.
Can't play guitar. Not that I'd want to.
Fucking guitar is lame.
Yeah, music's lame.
Music is for the bourgeois, okay? Music is an affectation. It is about projecting an atmosphere of joy when there is none. How can you listen to Morrissey when there is so much pain in this world?
How did the Chinese Cultural Revolution deal with music? What were their opinions on music?
You could only have 2 songs, work song, joyful song. That was it. You had 2 musics. You could get a special dispensation through the Politburo where if you bribed Yu Chang, you could commission a melody, but you could hear it once, and then it would be stored in a vault until the frozen head of Deng Xiaoping.
You're wrong.
I'm going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
I'm going off on a tangent. The point is, it's an extremely complex bureaucratic system because I'm stereotyping the Chinese right now.
I need to look it up. I'm going to just go ahead and
classical racist humor.
Music in the cultural fucking autocorrect. God damn it!
You're looking in. You mean like what did Mao do for music? Like was there Black Sabbath under Mao? Or was it banned? Did they ban Black Sabbath under Mao?
No, I'm not talking about foreign music. I mean, like, how did they approach their own music in China? Like,
I know they
classical Chinese music like outlawed? Did they get rid of classical Chinese? Where does that not allow?
Why would they get rid of classical Chinese
know.
music? I imagine it was a sort of a nationalistic movement, so they would probably love air. Have you ever listened to the Erhu? I love the Erhu. It's good recordings from the Erhu. It's a beautiful instrument, and I cannot recommend it enough. You know that 2-string Chinese violin?
Okay, so the Communist Party would suppress traditional music and Chinese popular music. Yep.
What? The fucking commies.
The Communist Party would only promote revolutionary music. So.
So I was right. They did only allow Joy Song and Work Song.
Joy Song and Work Song.
Man, it's funny how like your first stereotype instinct sometimes is correct.
I don't think you get points off for stereotyping commies, okay?
Yeah.
We're not stereotyping Chinese people. We're stereotyping commies.
We're stereotyping Maoists, which are a very funny type of communist.
Commies to the left of me, commies to the right of me, as the guy said from the Steve Miller Band.
You're right. That is the Steve Miller Band. And no one shall correct us. There's fucking commies everywhere. Good. Fuck them. I like them better than the fascists. You know how I know I like them better than the fascists? Because we teamed up with them to beat the fascists, and then we let them do their own thing.
I'm firmly now on the side of the theocrats, the Catholic theocrats.
You're right.
That's what we need. We all need to just obey the Pope.
You're
Got a
right.
good Pope right now. It wouldn't
Good
be
Pope.
that bad.
Yeah, you're right. No abortions, though.
Well, yeah, but
It's just under the what is Latin for under the table abortion? What is Latin for the gayness is a sin, but that should be like a Catholic thing. What is Latin for but? They should have a qualifier.
anus.
What?
Anus.
Anus. There you Dumb.
Yes. It's actually Latin for donkey. Anus.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
Latin. Is it?
No,
Okay.
Yeah. Latin
you
for
go.
donkeys. Anus. We had a lot of fun with that in 5th grade.
There you
We
go.
found out what the word for donkey was. It was our favorite word for a while.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. But also the Latin for year is anus. So if you had a donkey year, it would be an anus anus.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a lot of licorice in your donkey year, it would be an anus anus flavored with anus.
Oh, an anise, the licorice flavor.
Yes, yes.
Anise. From my drinking
famous
days, I
licorice
miss
flavor.
pastis. What a great French liquor.
Pastis, yeah. If you like liquor where you feel classy because it tastes gross.
Yeah, that's why I liked. What was that red stuff that you make? I can't remember.
Red stuff?
There's some red liquor. I can't remember.
I'm trying to think what. I don't think any liquor tastes good on its own. Like, there's no liquor which I would drink straight and think, yum.
Tequila, kind of. It can.
I think so. It always burns. It always just feels
burn.
terrible.
Yeah, it'll all burn. But I found tequila would sometimes just be the best for on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my drinking days, which are now more than 3 years behind me.
Woo! Sobriety.
Sobriety.
You're not doing sobriety posting like other people. Other people.
I made
post
one
their
post.
sobriety.
I like if someone else is talking about how long they've been sober, I'll put a word of encouragement in.
That's good. That's nice. It's nice to be part of that community.
I mean, I quit drinking and then ramped up the weed like
Yeah.
a lot. But
Yeah.
now I'm off the weed too.
You're trying to quit weed.
No, I didn't try. I don't try. I either quit it or I don't.
So you quit weed.
So I quit weed. I haven't had any weed in like a week. And I won't have it.
Whoa.
And I won't have it. I won't. No, you cannot.
That's discipline.
No. Well,
That's
it's
discipline.
my willpower. And I have very good willpower. It's very strong.
Yes. Summon the inside. It's like an anime. I had it in me all along. Remember back to when you were a child.
That's how. Well, that helps me is remembering back to like high school, middle school when I didn't have access to weed or alcohol, and I was just all I had. Like when I was 16, I started smoking cigarettes. That was pretty cool. But
That was awesome. You would have been a very cool 16-year-old.
yeah, I was very cool. I smoked cigarettes on my roof, and one time, to make a quick descent, I decided to just roll off my roof. I thought that'd be cool, and it was not.
Did you have any serious injuries?
I had a kind of a deep cut, and then my friend and I went to a high school metal concert that was like lame as fuck, and I was the coolest guy there because I was bleeding.
Yeah.
And they were like, how'd you get that cool cut? And I was like, I fell off my roof. And they were like, oh, cool. What were you doing on the roof? And I was like, I was smoking cigarettes.
You didn't make up a cool story. It was like, yeah, I punched a lady. Or something like that.
No. Even though in 2005 that would have been the coolest thing you could say.
Yeah, you would have all high-fived each other. Bro, lady punching. Whoa, 4chan.
No, 4chan was thought to be somewhat lame at the time. I was probably one of the only people going on it at my high school.
It was never cool.
No.
It's always been lame.
It was briefly cool in 2015, I think.
Wait, how? Because it be a Trump train?
Yeah.
Because it had a material influence on... Yeah, it's weird to me that, like, liberals are obsessed with Russia. Like, as if you want to know where the font of all, like, the internet misinformation is coming from, go on poll.
I know.
It's not Russia, it's
know.
fucking 4chan.
They think the memes that stole the election came from Russia.
Yeah. No, they came from Johnny Bumfuck in Kansas that likes lolicon hentai,
and then the FBI's like, no, but we traced the IPs, and it was Russian IPs, and then the people on 4chan are like, yeah, we have VPNs, you fucking dumbasses.
Dumbasses.
Have you not
They're
heard
all
of a VPN?
dumbasses.
They're so dumb.
Yeah. But I guess it's like, rather than admit that neoliberal democracy leads inevitably to people like Donald Trump, they want to believe that he is anomalistic, so there must have been some sort of interference. There must have been some sort of reason why it wasn't fair this time.
Right. Well, they're going to do it again. If Biden wins, they're going to be like, the Russians did it again. Fuck. We're powerless to stop them.
Because some people are feeling very optimistic about Biden now because he's just sort of been out of the spotlight for a while. The poll numbers are looking okay.
Well, this is the correct strategy. He's doing the correct strategy. The other correct strategy is to lean into the crazy grandpa, like become the grandpa from Hey Arnold, just say wacky shit and make people laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Calling people fat is hilarious. Being like, what state are we in, fat?
Yeah, exactly. He should have played that up. He should have just made that a thing. He should have sold T-shirts saying, "Listen here, fat."
Yeah, listen here, fat. I don't even know who I am anymore.
You should reference it in a debate with Donald Trump. Now, listen here, fat.
Yeah, lean into that shit, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah, just become the Onion version of Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. Just become Diamond Joe, and the Joe Biden that everyone loves in their head. Because that's who... I mean, I hate Joe Biden. I mean, I should hate Joe Biden. I know everything he's ever done. I know he's a fucking loser who's like... Literally every single piece of policy he's ever made has been on, I hate this phrase, but the wrong side of history.
I think there probably been a couple where he was okay. I don't remember.
Maybe. I don't know. He did nothing about... He helped champion the Iraq War... Yeah. 1994 crime bill had his fingerprints all over it. You know, he's just been this sort of regressive guy all throughout his career whose, you know, his main thing has always just been his affability. The fact that he just seems kind of charismatic. And that's it. He's just got frat boy charisma. And he's coasted off of those fumes for his entire political career. And it's still working. And it's still those fumes, because I can't bring myself to hate the guy because I think he's fucking charming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It sucks having no other choice at all this time. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I have to vote for him.
But okay, is this? I don't think you can say that you're eating crow as hard as much as like when Hillary was the candidate. That really felt like you were eating a big shit sandwich.
Yeah. Well, that was weird to me because of Bill. And I don't know. I don't want to come off as an anti-feminist, and I hope it doesn't. But I don't know how I feel about like the spouse of a president also running for president. I mean, if it's either one, really, I don't.
Yeah.
I kind of think we should make it so that your spouse cannot run for president. I don't mean
what
that.
About your son? What about any dynasty exist? Should your children be able to run for president?
I guess you can't say that, but
I think you could say, I would say, actually, no, there is a good argument to make sure that, say, you have to wait a generation before your people can become president again. Or something like that. Why? Because, you know, if you're trying to oppose or just even get rid of the idea of having like a single leader.
Well, the thing about marriage is that you're becoming the same person when you get married. You're becoming like that's what marriage is. You share finances, you share everything. Like there's legal, like you're a legal unit.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should be eligible to run for president if your spouse has been president. But I don't mean that as like targeting women. But unfortunately,
because if Bill Clinton were gay and he was married to Hank Clinton, which would actually be super hot and awesome.
So a great Twitter name, Hank Hall.
Hank Hall?
No, Hank Hall.
Hank Hall.
Hank Hall.
Hank Hall.
Hank Hall. Kind of like our guy.
Pre-pone and pre-pone accessories.
Yeah, pre-pone. I kind of like our guy Brack Tass from a couple episodes. Some episodes ago. He's Brack Task.
No.
There's no K at the end. I have to address this. It's Brack Tass.
You're right. It's Brack Tass. I thought he was Brack Task because he always completes tasks.
Well, I just went along with it, but it's been tormenting me because it's Brack Tass.
Canonically, he's Brack Tass now. Brack Tass, practical private eye.
We got to get down to Brack Tass. Okay,
Brass tacks with Brack.
Let's not do old bits.
Let's rehash old bits that we find funny.
The rest of the episode is going to be old bits from the previous 15 episodes.
Greatest hits. It's House of Decline greatest hits. It's what you wanted, you slot babies, you 7 listeners, you fucking shits. We hate all of you. No. Tell your friends about us. We really wanted them to pay attention to us.
You need to review us on Apple Podcasts. Please.
Review us on Apple. This is a call to action. Hey, review us. We need reviews.
Me too.
Hey, promote us. Promote us on Twitter and your social media. Pair it with a photo. Pair it with a funny photo of a dog so that people pay attention.
Ay.
Man, so many people died this last week.
Of coronavirus?
No, just like vaguely famous, either celebrities or like people that are famous in a niche culture. Like Michael Brooks died.
Yeah.
Which people were very bummed about. He was a young man.
Young buck podcaster.
Really
pro Lula.
What's wrong with Lula?
I mean, corrupt.
So everyone in Brazil is corrupt.
Yeah. Okay.
Who cares? That's how you do it. You think Bolsonaro's not corrupt? He was the anti-corruption guy, and the judge that empowered Bolsonaro was also I am the anti-corruption judge.
I did not say I thought Bolsonaro.
I'm using whataboutism, Stephen. What about? I literally said what about.
What about Bolsonaro?
He's caught COVID for the 3rd time. Dude keeps getting COVID.
I'm trying to make a balsamic joke. Balsamaro. No.
Balsamaro?
Doesn't work.
You have olive oil and Bolsonaro? I don't know. What can you... how does Bolsonaro's name pun?
It's a Balsamaro vinaigrette.
It's a Bolsonaro...
No.
A Bolsonaro salad is funny. The ingredients in a Bolsonaro salad are beef jerky and COVID. Sounds pretty good. It's churrasco and COVID. That's a Bolsonaro salad. Oh my god. Fucking that guy looks like a spooky Carl Sagan.
Oh, is Carl Sagan canceled yet? Don't we?
Did he canceled because did he molest students or come on to students?
I think Carl Sagan's canceled. Yeah.
Why? Because he molested and or came on to students?
Man, let's go with that. Yeah.
Sure. We're accusing Carl Sagan of this. Didn't Neil deGrasse Tyson get canceled for being a bit of a roper?
Neil deGrasse Tyson's kind of red-pilled now, so yeah.
Is he red-pilled now?
He's a little red-pilled now.
Is he based?
Yeah.
Is he like...
No, he's not based. He's red-pilled in a stupid way.
Oh, is he like, if women did not want to be subservient, then why do they have inward genitals?
Sure.
Checkmate, feminists.
Kind of like Matt Taibbi's recent descent into some kind of mental loop of idiocy that he can't get out of.
Well, the cancel culture loop. He's stuck in the cancel culture. We have to stop saying. I feel like cancel culture is. You know, in the Simpsons episode with the 50-foot ISARs where they just say, "Just don't look, just don't look." We have to stop gawking at these train wrecks because they've overtaken our culture.
Yeah, I just don't care. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not that we should stop canceling people. It's just that we should have a more streamlined process so it doesn't take up the news media cycle.
Yeah.
We should have more objective cancellation criteria.
Did you see that?
We should have boxes you can check.
Did you see that huge list of bands that are don't listen to these bands because they've either have a history of being adjacent to sexual assault or rape or something like that.
I like the idea of being adjacent to sexual assault.
No, seriously though, there was one band getting canceled on there, and I clicked to figure out what it was about, and it was they had a touring guitarist who's not a regular member of the band accused of sexual assault, and Like, listen, sometimes you're gonna get a touring guitarist who's an asshole. Most touring guitarists are assholes. If you
Look,
could
try and find a touring guitarist who's not a rapist, okay? But you need those guys.
Megadeth
sometimes.
should have been canceled 400 times now, but
Yes.
they're still putting out albums. And also, the second point is, like, this is a great time to get canceled when you can't play any gigs. So,
Yes.
sure, cancel away.
I mean, it's harder to cancel musicians because you don't have to associate their fucking face with the music, you know? You can still listen to Michael Jackson because, you know, you're not picturing his sallow, ghoulish, assaulter I don't know, alleged assaulter face.
Yeah, be careful what you say. Make sure you say alleged.
Alleged. I'm going to get in trouble. The magic words, alleged.
Are people getting in trouble for still saying that Michael Jackson raped kids?
I don't know. I don't think if you sued everyone who said that Michael Jackson definitely raped those kids, you'd have to sue everyone.
Well, he didn't necessarily rape them. He did mutual masturbation and looked at their anuses?
No, it was full on penetration.
Oh no, penetration.
No, penetration.
2 thumbs down.
To rehash another old bit, full on penetration.
I give it 2 thumbs down.
If I were to rate the Michael Jackson sexual experience, 2 thumbs up. If I were to rate Michael Jackson on Apple Music Podcasts in terms of a sexual partner, 2 thumbs up.
Please rate Haus of Decline on Apple Music Podcasts.
Yeah. We're shills. We're common shills.
Yeah.
I don't know, where do I come down on that? Yeah, I think Michael Jackson probably fucked those kids. Who cares?
Oh, smell.
The point is I can still listen to him. Can't watch a Cosby, can listen to a Jackson.
Yeah, Cosby was always hard to watch, though. His comedy.
Yeah, his show always sucked.
I didn't think his stand-up's not that good.
Boomers love his stand-up. I don't know. They get misty-eyed about it stand-up. I feel like the same way that Louis C.K. sort of like spoke to some sense of depth in people, like Bill Cosby spoke to that in the same way, which is why people felt especially betrayed by his dalliances.
Man, yeah, I remember when Louis was thought to be when Louis was coming out, everyone was like thought that shit was the most mind-blowing stuff.
Nah,
Remember
I
that?
mean he was saying it in his comedy for like the last. He was leaving clues. He was leaving little breadcrumbs. He's been like, by the way, I'm a masturbator, and then Ricky Gervais is like, Louis, you're a masturbator.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, that guy's. I don't know, man. Does power just get to your? Do you reach a point where you're so free of criticism that you just say puerile shit and like you don't believe anyone who criticizes you? I mean, I don't believe anyone that criticizes me, so maybe I am Ricky Gervais.
We're all standing up. No, I am Ricky Gervais.
I am Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. I laugh at my own day. Hate him.
He's okay.
I don't hate Ricky Gervais, actually. I love The Office. And I guess
okay.
that's what... Ricky Gervais becoming just a puerile shithead felt like more of a betrayal than Louis C.K. Because I really think The Office and Extras are like all-time great shows.
Who's that British comedian who's always like telling it like it is? The one with like the long hair and the beard, the thin skinny
Frankie
guy.
Boyle?
No.
Ed Byrne? Billy Connolly?
No, come on.
What? What?
You know, he's more of has the philosophic takes on like self-help and you've done impressions of him before.
He is philosophic. Wait, Alan Watts? He was a comedian. What you have to learn from Buddhism is that you can be an alcoholic and beat your wife.
He kind of looks like Jesus, the long hair and the beard. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up a
picture of him. Russell Brand?
Yeah, that guy.
Right. I don't think of him as Jesus.
He kind of
Jesus-y. I think of
Well,
him
he's got
more
the
as...
beard and the long hair, and he.
I guess he's sort of Jesus-y. I guess he's like that's
Listen,
the joke
I'm
about
trying to jog your friggin' memory so you can think of who I'm doing.
I'm trying to be a saviour, like. I'm trying to be Russell Brand, like. I'm trying to be a gingly-gangly grief fella.
Gingly
And what
gangly.
you have to understand is that, you know, the people on the bottom, right, they don't see anything with an electoral system as benefiting them. So what you really have to understand is...
Yeah, he's full of shit. Nah, he's not full of shit. I just hate him. I just hate
You
him.
hate him? Yeah, he's annoying. I mean, he has annoying takes.
Yeah,
He's very-
I don't know.
Like, very holier than thou.
I haven't experienced a lot of Russell Brand. I don't know a lot about him. I've seen the movies. I've seen some of the Apatow movies. I've seen some of his takes, which are fine. He seems kind of left-wing, but not really. He seems kind of like Elizabeth Warren left-wing.
I know, he's
Like-
a little bit more... He's not
He's
like
a little
that.
bit more legit.
No, less.
Okay. Less legit than Elizabeth Warren.
Come
Whoa!
on. Come on, it's...
Whoa! Them's accusations.
I don't think...
Say what you will about Russell
don't
Brand,
know.
but don't compare the man to Lion Liz.
What? This is getting out of hand. I want to exit this. No.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no.
Why are
you
we
do.
talking
No
about-
more Liz bashing.
My brain is
No Liz bashing.
malfunctioning. No.
Okay, we're stopping. We're putting a moratorium. It's over now.
Let me
we
find
don't have
some
to
Russell
do any Liz
Brand
bashing.
memes.
Some Russell Brand memes?
Yeah, because he's like people. He's got a big following, and people meme his sayings.
Why? Why? I guess if you just look like Jesus. I guess if you just present yourself that way, like people are like, this guy.
Well-
he seems to have confidence. Why else would you dress that way?
Yeah, you know, he's not as cool as Dennis Rodman, who is, I think, now the coolest guy ever.
So you've been watching The Last Dance. What you learn about Dennis Rodman
He's
from The Last
awesome.
Dance?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He came from nothing, and is very smart, and just took what Madonna said literally. You know,
Which was?
Madonna was like, "You can be like whatever you want. You can just like do and be and whatever you want to do and be." And then he was like, "Well, I want to dress like an alien."
Yeah, I am the worm.
He's great. He's also
I love Dennis Rodman.
very good at the basketball, I'm finding.
Best chance at making peace with North Korea, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Well, you know, North Korea's fine. Apparently they just
Yeah.
had their first case of COVID. Like, first.
Yeah, and it's Kim Jong-un, and he dies.
I hope not.
Nah, yeah. Otherwise, his sister will take over.
Yeah, I
and
don't-
who knows what that bitch is all about.
Oh my god, when all the libs were talking about how they couldn't wait for Kim Yo-jong to become...
Because, yeah, girl boss.
Because girl power.
Girl boss. You get him, sister. Lean in. Crush those dissident threats. Starve him. Starve him, girl. Fearless leader. I mean, it would be a pretty cool change of pace. What was the last
Female dictator?
dictator we had? Like, and would you argue like Thatcher, Margaret Thatcher? No.
Because she wasn't a dictator.
No, she was democratically elected.
Probably
Yeah.
maybe Catherine the Great.
Yeah.
Catherine the Great did fucked up shit. So,
Imelda Marcos didn't run the country. She was more of an insane first lady.
Elizabeth I.
Yeah, haven't had a female dictator in a while. Okay, yeah, no, I support... You know, at first I scoffed at this, but I would like a female dictator just for lady dictator representation. I do think it's important.
You love that.
More
you love
female
that lady
dictators.
dictator.
Yes, lady dictator.
Lady Dick.
Who doesn't like lady dictator?
Femboy Hooters. Rehashing old bits. Femboy Hooters.
Femboy Hooters, Femboy North Korea. This is a totally new bit now. Praise the leader, Femboy North Korea. We will play guitars in unison and slap our dicks together, Femboy North Korea. Oh man, you're describing my dream.
Let's make the sound of two dicks slapping. Yes.
What is the sound of one dick slapping? Buddhist proverb.
I watched
man.
I watched a movie called Black Narcissus.
Black Narcissus.
It's from...
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
From 1947. It's sort of the symbolic theme is the crumbling empire of Great Britain and India. And
Crumbling empire.
And it's like a nunnery is trying to establish itself in the Himalayan mountains, and they just they can't.
Sorry.
Yeah, a nunnery, and they can't. Like it's too much. They have to leave, and so basically the thesis is like, there's just some places you can't colonize.
Yeah, that's a pretty good message.
Yeah,
I like that. They should do like an update about with that one guy that went to North Sentinel Island and got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, the guy got killed by bow and arrow.
Yeah, that was my absolute. I think it's okay to be happy that guy died. I think it's totally okay to like revel in that guy's death as an objectively a good thing. Fuck that guy.
I mean, it's
fuck him, like totally for trying to bring Christianity to these people.
He knew
fuck
the
him.
risks.
Fuck his arrogance.
I'm pretty sure he knew the risks. So
yeah, he deserved to die. If there's anyone that deserves to die more than that guy, I mean, I don't use the phrase "deserve to die" willy-nilly. Like I could say Jeff Bezos deserves to die, but there is still
to die.
Yes, we all deserve to die. No, we all deserve to live because living is the ultimate punishment. No one deserves to die. I've given you a lot to mull existential-wise.
Damn, never thought of it that way before.
You're mulling. You're Nick Mullen.
Because I'm mulling things over.
Yeah, you're mulling things over.
I'm biding my time.
Joe Biden is biding his time. That's exactly what he's doing. He's Biden.
Joe Biden, your time.
And then the day before the election, he'll like have an out of context quote like published that says, "I hate all blacks," but he was like referring to the rugby team or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would come up. Yeah. But his numbers tank. And then Donald Trump is, "I love the blacks. The blacks love me. Look at Candace Owens. Look at Kanye. We love Kanye.
She's scary.
Jesus Wax.
Candace Owens is scary."
Poor Kanye. I feel bad for that guy.
I guess. I don't know. He's fine.
Yeah, I guess he's fine. But I don't know if I could handle, like, having my mental breakdown. I guess his mental breakdown has just been projected on screen for everyone for a decade. He's just sort of lived in that paradigm for so long that it's not even... Yeah, why? No one should weep for Kanye. What man will weep for Kanye?
I mean, he decided to marry Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, she's hot. She's got a big ass.
No, she's not. She's not hot at all.
She's hot.
No, she's not.
She's...
No.
I don't think you can.
1 out of 10.
I don't think...
1 out of 10.
1 out of
1 out of friggin' 10. Yeah.
1 out of 10 fake bullshit.
It's gross.
Kim Kardashian.
She's gross.
To the eye of the beholder, plenty of people love Kim K.
Those
They're
people
the
are
Kim KK.
Those are the lumpen proles.
Man, I'm glad none of the Kim Kardashians got middle names that also had K names in them.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be.
My initial, I got embroidered handkerchiefs for all of us.
Well,
just this KKK.
It'd be funny if her middle name started with E, or any of their middle names. Yeah, so it'd be Keck.
Keck Kardashian. I'm kecking right now. Yeah. The thing about Kekistan and the puerile Pepe humor is some of it I actually find to be quite funny.
Yeah.
That's its power, is like Republicans, or not Republicans, but fascists, or like online alt-right sort of authoritarian weirdos who want to go back to this traditional life they picture in their heads that would somehow benefit them more.
Yeah.
Like they generate these very funny memes because they're internet savvy.
I don't know what they want. Because to really go back, we have to get rid of the internet and then no more memes. Like, what are we going to be mailing memes to each other? Like, to go back, we have to cut out the internet and, petroleum products. So, that's the only way to go back.
Let's do it. Let's go back. Let's go back. We gotta go back, Marty.
Morty.
Morty. Our show sucks. No, it doesn't suck. I shouldn't be so hard on it. Rick and Morty is just a magnet for controversy because it attracts the same type of alienated white male that the show is about.
Yeah. It peaked already, I would say.
Yeah, I think it hit a cultural zeitgeist around the same time that Gamergate and like Trumpism, internet, 20-something Trumpism was arising, and it was like this general disenfranchisement that a certain group of like just socially maladjusted kids whose brains had been warped by the internet and couldn't like function in a way such that they could make effective IRL relationships, and who attributed that to them being too smart, saw this character of Rick, who is like, oh, I can't form relationships because I'm too smart, and instantly globbed onto them.
Yeah.
So I think, the reason why it attracts a certain type of non-sociable person, a person who is alienated from their community, is specifically because the character is that. And it's funny that's what Harmon's work, the work of Dan Harmon. It surrounds people, trying to desperately, but always failing to overcome their alienation.
His curriculum vitae, as it were.
Is he good? Is Dan Harmon good? I want to say that he's good. I want to say that he's fun.
Did he make Lost? What did he make? No, Community?
Yeah, he made Community, yeah. How do you think Community's too quirky?
Have not
it's too, like,
seen it.
It's okay.
Does it have Alison Brie?
It does have Alison Brie. Hotness Alison Brie. They make a lot of weird sex jokes about her in the show, actually. That's what sort of ages poorly. The age difference between Jeff and Annie is played up for laughs, but it's just sort of uncomfortable.
I never watched it.
Have you been following the Twitter drama with Yvette Nicole Brown and Brie Joy? Brianna Joy Gray?
No, I have not been following.
Bernie's comms director?
No, because that seems silly to me.
It's so silly, but I love it. I love drama.
Is it still, like, ongoing?
No, it's not still happening. I mean, they'll snipe at each other, like, every couple of months.
Apparently Deborah Messing and Susan Sarandon were getting into it.
That's fucking hot. Deborah Messing's just jealous. She wants Susan Sarandon's tits. She just wants to steal her tits.
Yeah, someone was like, how does it feel to get owned by the older, hotter, better aging version of you? I was like, damn.
Yeah. I'm you, but better. Man, Susan Sarandon is hot and cool, and she was also in Rick and Morty, which is funny. She's in the fucking Pickle Rick episode.
Yeah, I like her.
Man, I think we can all agree that Susan Sarandon is the best. We love her. Is she married to Tim Robbins?
Was at one point. I don't know. I think they're still married.
Cool. Good for you, Tim Robbins, for locking that down. You must have a big dick.
Yeah. Well, we're an hour in, so I think it's time we finally address the death of Regis Philbin.
Kelly, I'm dead. Gelman, we got a great special for you. I died. This was my final answer.
Actually, no, Regis was a good dude. Maybe. I have no idea.
Sure.
He's just an innocuous public figure. But he never filled me with disgust. I don't think he molested anybody. I don't think he had a Matt Lauer button in his room.
Yeah, he would only fill me with bin.
Oh my God.
Regis have one purpose: fill bin. I fill bin. Just like the Regis with Down syndrome. I fill bin.
Oh no. Shouldn't make fun of Down syndrome.
I'm making fun of if Regis was that.
You're right. It's totally different.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Cancel me. Cancel me. I have no job. Cancel me.
We're not ableist Lincoln.
Ooh. Throwback to the pre-show warm-up.
References. Ableist Lincoln.
You guys wouldn't get it, but that was a joke from before we started.
I think we mentioned it in the show. I think I've peppered it in throughout the show. Yes.
Shit.
Who can remember things? Who can remember anything? Life is just a blur, a tactless blur, flowing through our eyes as if to perceive it, but never truly feeling it. Stick your dick out, young child, and experience the world through the wavering liquid coming off of your glands, and you shall know regret.
You know what's hard? Running with an erection is hard.
Here's the sound of running with an erection. Getting all slappy.
Yeah, it slaps all around. It sometimes goes like the wrong way, and you're like, "Ow!"
Whoa! Gets cut you.
So you might ask me, how do I know this?
You've been running with erections
Yeah,
recently?
that's what I do at nighttime. I go out 3 a.m., 4 a.m. naked, and hold up a porn magazine in front of my face. Just run as fast as I can down the road. My posture's completely perfect the entire time.
Oh my god. Problem is at 4:30 a.m. when you end it with a Seth rogasm.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I could do a no-touch orgasm. That would be cool.
I wonder if I've ever done that. I don't think so.
You don't think you've ever? Have I ever done a no-touch orgasm? I've never even had a wet dream. My semen control is the utmost. If you were like, if our dicks had like trading cards, like, and one of the stats was semen control, I would have like 10 out of 10 semen control.
You got a nutsack that won't let go.
Yeah.
Hold on to them
Holding
tight.
on. I'm holding on to my boys, you know. Can't let them leave the nest. I like the idea of having a protective vas deferens. Mm-hmm. Hey, look. There's a vas deferens between the penis and the testicles. Yeah. Look.
That's an old one.
I know.
You did that one years ago.
I know. I think it's fun.
I think I remember the time when you came up with that. I think you like ran to tell me.
I'm sure someone else has come. There's no way that someone else has not come up with that.
You were very excited about that, and you made you either like you covered a vast distance of ground to come tell me that one. I think I remember. Like, get home now! I have something to tell you. I cannot wait.
It's good. Did you know there's a vas deferens between the penis and the testicles? I think that is one. That is one of my good ones. I think my other favorite one that I've ever come up with is, if meat is murder, then is cake battery.
Cake?
Cake.
Battery?
It's battery. Yeah. Because if meat is murder, then is cake battery?
Why would cake be battery?
Because meat is murder.
Yeah, I know, but what does cake have to do with meat?
It's because murder is a type of crime and battery is a type of crime.
That's not what I asked. I asked, how are cake and meat? Because it has to be...
Because they're two types of food, damn it!
Yeah, but you don't eat them together.
You can! If you want a taste sensation. You've never had meat cake before?
I get... There's probably some kind of cake with bacon on it.
You never had chocolate steak before?
There's chocolate-covered steak. Sounds interesting.
Fudge steak. What we have tonight? Fudge steak. What's on the menu tonight, Chef Joan? Fudge steak.
I find Christopher Maloney to be potentially problematic. You know?
Whoa! No! Yeah. Don't cancel Christopher.
I think we're gonna,
what's Christopher doing?
I think we're gonna go ahead and preemptively cancel Christopher Maloney for
we gotta do it.
Just too attractive.
You're right.
He's just too attractive.
He's too goddamn attractive. He's just that man. He just radiates pure goddamn. He's like a missile silo of pure positive male energy.
Yeah, he's too good for this earth. We must cancel. We should just cancel people who are too good.
See, I think I think there's good testosterone and bad testosterone. You know, like how there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol?
Yes, scientifically. You mean scientifically speaking? Sure.
Yeah, scientifically speaking,
okay.
There's good testosterone and bad testosterone. And Chris Maloney has a lot of good tea.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of someone who has a lot of bad tea. Dana White, the MMA guy. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Vince McMahon, he's got a lot of bad testosterone.
Xi Jinping.
Deng Xiaoping. He had great testosterone.
No, Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping. You're mixing up your leaders.
Imagine, I would love if Xi Jinping is just like madly getting testosterone treatment right now. Dude, he should bulk up. That dude should, if I could get like some time in a room with Xi Jinping, I'd be like, yo, you gotta lift, bro.
Bro, you got like a mesomorph body, bro. You know, you could easily build muscle if I just showed you a few of these stretches. Then you could really be the leader. You know what I'm saying, bro? Then you would really have the confidence to bring China into the 21st century.
You ever put like a handful of ground beef into your glass of milk?
Sure.
Yeah, it's good. Meat milk.
Meat milk.
Drink it for being strong.
Yeah. Tastes like meat, tastes like milk.
Yeah, it's kind of what the old-timey Mongolians would eat.
You're right.
They would also combine it with, well, it would probably be horse meat, and it would probably be blood.
Yeah. You're right. Mongolians, horse meat in a ditch.
They would do that.
A true Mongolian. Yeah, it's funny how they have all those Mongolian barbecues, but they never offer horse meat. Horse meat's never on the menu.
Oh, there's a Mongolian barbecue place going out of business in Ann Arbor now. Along with a bunch of other ones. Yeah, all the businesses in America are going to fail. Next time you visit, we'll have no restaurants. I'm very sorry.
No, we'll all be making food at home like jerks.
It's so bad. Like 1 out of 4 restaurants is going to go under. Probably in like a month from now.
It's going to be fine. I think America should just lean into it. You know, you tried to quarantine. You really did. Just herd immunity it out now.
That's what
just
we're
doing. Just let all the people die who are going to die.
Yep, that's what we're doing. And then, but I don't want to get it, dude. If you get it, like 30% of people are getting like intense, long-lasting symptoms.
Oh, yeah.
Seems scary.
Apparently this shit can affect you for life.
Yeah.
So don't get the COVID. Wear your mask and wash your hands and clean your dick and keep your P's and Q's to yourself, boy, because you don't want to be talking to no strangers on the street.
Yeah. Don't talk to anyone you don't know. Don't meet anyone new. Don't experience anything different.
Stay in a room. Sit in a room. Be by yourself. In the darkness. Pet a pillow. Pretend it is a cat or a woman or a man or a non-binary person who you are affectionate for. Yeah. Pretend it's their genitals. The land of pretend, we pretend it's a genital. Everything's a genital if you want it to be. The couch is a genital, the table is a genital, the chair is a genital, the guitar is a genital, though. Everything's a genital if you want it to be.
I'm a modern major genital.
I am a modern major genital. I am the very model of a modern major genital. Yeah.
Something, animal.
I know all information, plant, animal, and genital. I'll just replace all the last lines with genital. From Marathon to Waterloo in order genital. I am the very... Oh my god. So easy. So this has been our Gilbert and Sullivan sex joke segment of the show.
Yeah, are Gilbert and Sullivan gonna get canceled for that Chinese play they made?
The Mikado?
Yeah.
3 little maids from school are here.
Yeah.
Filling the brim with girlish glee. I think people are really like... Product of its time has loose weight, depending on the argument, but I think once you go back to 19th century, product of its time is a pretty good argument.
I just searched for Gilbert and Sullivan China, and I found Mikado-themed, like, tableware. Like China.
That's bad.
Well, I want this.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
It's on
the Mikado.
It's on eBay. Oh, it is? It's Japanese?
Yeah,
Shit.
It's Japanese face.
Well,
it's Japanese yellow face.
Fuck.
Way to differentiate between East Asian nations.
Well, I'm sorry. I couldn't... don't really recall the Mikado. I did see it.
I mean, to be fair, like if you saw the Mikado in 19th century England, people were probably like, "Oh, what wonders of ancient China?" Right. They probably would have made the same mistake too. So you're getting it period accurate.
I saw it when I was 5, I think. Very young.
That's
my parents took me.
I'm taking the kid to Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yep,
He'll love it. The costumes, the pageantry.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember anything from it?
I remember like a mental vision of being in the theater. But I'm pretty sure I fell asleep because like I was probably bored out of my mind.
I once actually asked my mother to take me to the opera when I was a little fancy child. Should have known I was gay pretty early on. But we got an advert. It was so weird because I don't know what sparked this in my 8-year-old imagination, but we got an advertisement from the Toronto Opera Company saying, "Ooh, it is our new opera per se, with the production of the Perseus myth, but in opera form." I forget who the composer was. But for some reason, I fucking begged my mom to take me to this opera because I think I had really liked the Bugs Bunny What's Opera Doc cartoon, and I thought it was going to be that.
Oh, it's so good. That cartoon is so amazing.
Yeah. Or the many Bugs Bunny opera. Their opera figured a lot into Bugs Bunny, like The Rabbit of Seville, or the one where he's Leopold Stokowski, or the one where... or What's Opera Doc.
You know the one where he's playing the piano? No, that's a Tom and Jerry. When Tom is playing the piano.
The Tom and Jerry piano one is really good. They're doing the Liszt piece, right? The Hungarian Rhapsody.
I think so.
And... man, I'm gonna listen to some Liszt after that. Man, Liszt kicks fucking... Can I go off for a second on how much fucking ass, like, the 19th century romantic piano boys were? Fucking Liszt and Chopin and all those guys, they can wreck my shit, I don't care for Brahms that much, but, Liszt can hit my back walls anytime.
Okay, good. Like the back walls of your rectum?
Yes.
Oh.
I know that only applies to women, but I like using back walls in reference to my boy pussy, my bussy.
I don't know if... Yeah, it's a tube.
The magic school bus. We're going on an adventure, kids. That's not even inaccurate. One time they do go into a kid's anus in that show.
What? Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, they go into Arnold's body and they see his anus from the inside.
Do they make fun of it?
No, they just said, "I don't want to be digested," but they clearly show a big graphic sphincter.
Hey, the human body has...
Arnold's pulsating sphincter.
The human body has sphincters in multiple locations. Your eyeball has a sphincter in it.
I know that a sphincter is a catch-all term for a meat iris,
yes,
but...
it's an iris of meat.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I don't have an asshole, I'm flashing my meat iris at you. Is there like a monster with like an eyeball in its asshole, like its asshole opens and then first you see the whites of its eye and then like the pupil slowly comes down and it's like, ooh.
I think on that Nick show, was it Hey Real Monsters or something? What's it called?
Real Monsters, there was an asshole eyeball. I think there was.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking about Crumb, who held his eyes in his hands, but I don't think he had an eyeball in his asshole.
I think he did.
You're right. He did. It was part of the action figure confirmed it. Mm-hmm. They put the eyeball asshole in his thing.
So how is your friend's Lego set? I'm curious about that.
My friend's Lego set is amazing. Dun 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 dun.
What do you build?
Whoever knew that life was gonna be this way?
What do you
Lego?
What is in the friend's Lego set? Are you building
it's the Central Perk play set. So it's you make the cafe. Gunter is there. You have little Lego coffee machines, little Lego couch, little Lego ugly 90s carpets. You have a little Lego guitar for Phoebe and a keyboard for Ross. And actually, the Lego minifigures are pretty generic, except for David Schwimmer, who they fucking nailed. This Lego minifigure looks exactly like fucking David Schwimmer. You can't see it, but I'm gonna... The audience cannot see this Lego David Schwimmer, but I am... You cannot see this Lego David Schwimmer, but I'm presenting it to Steven right now.
Hold it up a little closer, And
get
get it in there.
This is what it looks like.
Okay, that looks like a regular Lego guy.
Okay, maybe I was
Just
over.
like a regular
I was
Lego
over-
guy.
I was overhyping it.
Okay.
I think.
So, audience-
I think they did.
Audience, pick up any of your regular Lego men, and that's what the David Schwimmer one looks
It's
like.
David Schwimmer.
Yeah.
All Lego men are David Schwimmer.
They based the original model on.
The original design was actually based on David Schwimmer's body type.
I remember
In person, it doesn't register on TV, but in person, David Schwimmer is just a 6'5" Lego man.
Remember him in Band of Brothers being like the douchebag training sergeant?
Fucking Curry, fucking that guy. David Schwimmer is so good in Band of Brothers being a fucking douche.
Yeah.
That guy is so annoying. I love it. And then he leads the troop falsely in war games, and then he's reprimanded for it, and then he's got to eat shit. Yeah, Band of Brothers is weird, but I like that sequence.
I read that whole book by Stephen Ambrose. It's a good book, too. The book version.
I feel like The Greatest Generation is pretty boastful. You've really, like, you can't go anywhere but down from literally The Greatest Generation. What are you supposed to do after that? The not as good generation?
Yeah, and there's this whole bogus philosophy, like the turning, the fourth turning that's based off of it.
Yeah.
Like based
Why
off
are they
of
called... They're not the greatest generation because they're the generation that started the Nazis. So, logically...
Yeah, oh no, it's only referring to America.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But it's like, come on.
But tons of those Americans were Nazi sympathizers.
Yeah. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
They're like I would call them the hapless generation.
Yeah,
because they started a bunch of terrible wars.
We all know who beat the Nazis, and it was not any nation. It was like severe winter.
Yeah, that's what cold weather and Hitler fucking up. Hitler being incredibly stupid.
Yeah, Hitler being like the worst commander ever.
Yeah, that's the problem with fascism. If you have a bad Führer, it's all gonna go tits up in a few years.
Yeah.
That's why Putin is good fascism, because he's awesome.
There have been these big protests in East Russia. Have you seen them? Like Far East Russia?
No, what's happening?
I don't. Well,
Tell me.
apparently there are ongoing protests growing in size.
In Kamchatka? In Vladivostok?
I don't know if it's...
No, that's not the East.
Okay, yeah, well, no, it is.
Wait, yes, it
Kamchatka is. I know from Risk.
Kamchatka.
From Risk.
From Risk. We know all about Kamchatka.
I just know they're growing in size and they've been ongoing. Protesting against Putin because Putin just made himself president for like 16 more years or whatever.
That's badass.
I guess.
I mean, they can protest against him all they want. He's still Putin. He's still going to come for them and use his Spetsnaz on them in the night. That's why Putin is so powerful. He personally Spetsnazes all of his enemies.
He's the one that goes and kills all the journalists. He's the hitman.
Yeah, he personally kicked Pussy Riots in their pussies.
Ooh.
You know.
Well, what was I? Oh, yeah. In Young Pope, they're so afraid of Femin, like the Pope.
Femin?
Yeah, Femin, the
Femin?
the radical feminist group that like go protest naked. They're like
Femin?
Femin. Yeah, you haven't heard of Femin? They're like connected to Pussy Riot, sort of. You look it up.
Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like Lady Venom. Venom. And it's reminding me of the great Eminem Venom song. Femin! Gotta get that Femin!
Femin,
Venom!
I think started in Ukraine. In
Okay,
2008.
and they're naked ladies?
Yeah, well, they started in Ukraine in 2008, and they like protest by being naked in places.
That's pretty cool.
And in Young Pope, they're fucking terrified of them because obviously all the gay Catholics in the Vatican, there's nothing scarier than women who will not put their clothes back on. They're like, oh my God, the Femin are coming here and they're gonna be naked.
The Femin.
They're gonna be naked.
The Femin.
There's nothing we can do.
We're all stars now. In the Pope show, we're all stars.
Marilyn Manson was on Young Pope.
He wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was on the Pope show.
Yeah.
He's all stars now in the Pope
He
show.
is. Yeah. Now he has to have Smash Mouth sing about it. hey, now you're an all-star in the Pope show.
Yes.
Smash Mouth covering Marilyn Manson. That'd be very funny.
That would be cool. Everyone loves when famous artists cover other famous artists because it's like something you've never heard before. Well, it's Smash Mouth. What if they covered Diamanda Gallus? That would actually be
Just
pretty funny.
screaming.
Yeah, it's
It's just the fat guy screaming.
yeah, it's Steve Harwell going. It's Coldplay doing Diamanda Gallus. Oh.
I was thinking I wanted to do some Johnny Cash style covers of some extreme technical death metal songs.
Oh, actually, okay, so I was thinking about this the other. Someone had posted on a thread about who the best music to worst person ratio
former
is.
guest Jeremy of Big Shiny
Yeah.
Takes. Listen to Big Shiny Takes, everyone.
Big Shiny Takes is very funny.
They rep us.
I recommend their recent Jordan Peterson episode. Jeremy does a good Peterson. He does a good Peterman. But yeah, and I was saying that Johnny Cash, you may think that Michael Jackson is the worst person, but Johnny Cash nearly wiped out a species, which is why I think he is the worst musician as a person of all time. I think wiping out a species is like one of the most, if we're using like good place points, it's like a negative a billion.
I was trying to think of who is the worst musician ever. I was like, maybe Wagner.
Yeah, he was just anti-Semitic.
I
time.
went looking on Wikipedia, and I mean, he's way precedes the Nazis. He was potentially anti-Semitic, but I don't think he did anything like violent in his life. So I don't know.
No. I mean, he propagandized a hell of a lot, and like you can find a lot of anti-Semitic themes in his work, like in Falstaff. But wait, did he do that? Maybe I'm mixing up my operas. Don't come at me with operas.
I won't come at you ever.
But yeah, I think Wagner's virulent anti-Semitism, I don't know, it doesn't really... That's another one. It's a 19th century... You can really use... It's okay to use it was the style at the time for shit from the 19th century. That there's a much better argument for that age of shit than, like... going to the 90s and like all the Ace Ventura transsexual jokes and going, well, it was the style at the time.
Jim Carrey canceled.
Is he canceled?
No, he has taken too much acid and has transcended
Too much DMT.
He's transcended our reality.
Have you seen his website?
No.
It's the website of a guy that took a lot of DMT.
Yeah, he's gone off the deep end and not coming back, but that's good.
Well, didn't his girlfriend accidentally OD at his house with drugs that he gave her?
Ooh, probs.
I think that's like he's been like going a little more off the deep end in recent years, and that's sort of what precipitated it.
Oh,
and he's been like caught in a lawsuit over it.
Ah, jeez.
But I don't think he was actually to blame.
Ah, jeez.
But he still feels guilt for it.
Jeez.
Ah, jeez, that's a hell of a thing.
Hell of a thing to do there.
A girl OD'd on some Xannies I gave her. That's a hell of a thing.
What a hell of a thing to do there.
Oh man, I'm really liking the tide turning against Amber Heard. I don't know why.
Well, apparently now
I have
they're
no
both-
stake in this.
They're apparently both accusing each other of pooing the bed. Because
You shit the bed.
she came
No, you
right
shit
back.
the bed,
Like,
Amber.
no, you did.
You shit the bed, Johnny. See, Johnny shit the bed accidentally. She shit the bed on purpose.
That's what he's leaving out. He's leaving out the part where he got so wasted on wine that he diarrheaed the bed, and she was pissed that he never cleaned the sheets, that she was like, see how you like it.
Great relationship.
Yeah, fantastic.
All timer.
When
When you're 55, marry someone who's 26 and insane.
Yeah, well, when you're a 55-year-old alcoholic and
Yes.
have used to be the most famous actor in the world, but now you're not. Definitely.
Yeah, now you're Rick Dalton from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh man, I predict he'll have a mid 60s comeback. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Johnny Depp comeback is just it's waiting to burst forth.
I hope
But
so. Maybe he can convince Tim Burton to make a good movie again.
nah, he's gonna get oh, that would be so. Oh, I would love a good Tim Burton movie. Do you know how much I would love And not like a mediocre Tim Burton movie like Big Eyes, which is like, that was okay, I guess. Like a really good, like, Ed Wood Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
I would even settle for a Mars Attacks Tim Burton movie.
No one liked my Ken Burns Mars Attacks joke, including you.
I don't know if that's because I was tossing around that, because you can put Ken Burns in front of a lot of stuff and it's funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know if okay, thinking about it more,
It's kind of funny. It's like 3 hours long. It's interminable. And
yeah, there's just Ashokan Farewell playing over the campy alien images.
Wynton Marsalis is giving unnecessary commentary.
Now, when you think about it, Mars Attacks is like a metaphor for America. Yeah. It's fucking...
God damn it. Does Wynton Marsalis have to comment on everything?
He's the canonic. He's the guy, you know. He's just the jazz guy.
He was like, "Oh, you guys have a letter? Let me sign it. I don't care what it says. I have to comment on everything."
Wynton. It's so weird that Wynton Marsalis, all of these people who made their bones off of canceling people, signed that stupid fucking cancel culture letter. Like, Wynton Marsalis was famous for canceling free jazzers in the 80s with his bud Stanley Crouch. So why is he, like, making bones about people, like, not getting paid because, like, they like, felt up a teenager or something like that?
What? Who felt up a teenager?
I don't know. Wait, who did I learn recently that was a serial... Oh, yeah, Bass Nectar. I learned that Bass Nectar groomed and molested a lot of underage children.
Yeah, I love when you're canceling a band and next to it you just put the reason. Grooming. Yeah, I hate those clean bands. I only listen to dirty bands like Korn when they're dirty.
Hey, someone groomed Jonathan Davis, but I don't think Jonathan Davis groomed anybody.
I don't know who Jonathan
that comes up a lot in their music. You think that, like, that Hannah Gadsby was the first person to be like, I was raped, and then make a mint off of it. But Jonathan Davis was like, I was raped. And that's all of Korn's music.
Is he?
And he made a mint off of it.
He's the...
I shouldn't make... I like Korn, actually. I like Jonathan Davis. I shouldn't rag on him.
I just searched for him. I misspelled his first name as Koanathon, like a Koan.
Koanathon?
Yeah.
A Zen Koanathon? Did I tell you about my Buddhist Jew, Zen Cohen? Hi, I'm Zen Cohen. How you doing? It's my Buddha. That's Gary Shandling. Gary Shandling's rabbi was called Zen Cohen. His rabbi / Dalai Lama. I don't know. Who do you go to in Buddhism? Who's your teacher? What's the Buddhist equivalent of a rabbi or a priest?
Richard Gere.
A monk? Head monk? Yeah, Richard Gere just shows up. A hologram of Richard Gere shows up at every Buddhist temple.
I got no place left to go.
Richard Gere's all right. He's fine. He's gone gentle into that good night.
Yeah,
he still gets that gerbil shit thrown around at him.
For putting a gerbil up his ass?
Yeah, that's can't mention with Richard Gere without the gerbil, even though he never did that shit.
Well, he could have did it.
He could have done it. It still wouldn't change my opinion of him. Who hasn't had a gerbil in their ass?
Probably about 6. No, I would say maybe like 5,990,900,099 people. Like, most
you're thinking too low. The Earth's population is 7 billion now. You're still thinking you're still thinking 2,000 numbers. Frickin' Lady Bunny had a really good Pete Buttigieg tweet back when he was still running.
I think my camera got messed up. Just FYI.
That's all right. That's all right. We don't need to worry. We don't need to see you to love you. But Lady Bunny, she had a really funny Pete Buttigieg tweet, and she's gay, so she could say this, which is, Pete Buttigieg. They're calling him a rat, but he's gay, so he's more like a gerbil, right? Which I thought, whoa, that's good. That's racy.
Oh man, I wonder how I can get my camera to work again. Oh,
we're gonna figure this out. I can just vamp on. We're back. I can see Steven again.
Well, I hope my mic didn't fuck up. I think it might have.
I can see. I don't know if your mic fucked up, but I can see your beautiful face. You got a good face, huh?
Oh, it should be working fine. I slightly bumped the USB things. God.
Do some USB bumps.
Never trust a Russian to assemble your computer.
Never trust a Russian to assemble your computer. Yeah, they're gonna hack it and fill it with DNC propaganda.
I mean, no, they'll just like do a half-ass job on the USB inputs so that they just your life for the next 5 years is going to be. I emailed them and I was like, hey, all the USB inputs are messed up, and they're like, yeah, you should probably just
What do you want to do about it?
You should, his recommendation was yes, they are, and you should buy an external USB hub and just find the one that works. And I was like, well, fuck you. Thank you for.
It is good advice. What do you want? It's practical. You want me to come to your house, tinker with modem, tinker with tower? No, you don't want tinker tower.
Tinker tower. You don't want it, tinker.
No, you don't want that.
Tinker
So
Tailor
what we are going
Soldier
to
Spy.
do is
One
we
thing
set
leads
you up.
to another.
I can recommend you place to get. Have you heard of Best Buy? Great store. Have many selection. Better than USSR. When I first went to Best Buy, I cried after going to cheap USSR electronics store, which called Radio Shack. I don't know what it's called here.
Man, I hope we get more government stimulus so I can buy a new computer rig. That's what I'm going to do with mine.
Get your gaming Trump bucks.
Yeah, man.
Start your own esports league.
Well, I've been playing Rocket League. God damn. I just get worse and worse at that game.
That's how it feels until you go beyond
I thought
and master the physics.
it's hard. I don't know.
Don't get good at games. Just enjoy them. The people that aspire to be the best at games are all sick. They're all sad people.
Yes,
They're all worthless.
we're all sick, sad, and worthless people.
No, we love our professional esports players. Like, I don't know any of them. I'm not dialed into that world whatsoever. Because I hate all the games they play. I don't like League of Legends.
Yeah, League of Legends. I don't like that kind of game either.
Yeah. I don't like that sort of top-down clicky game.
I mean, I think Rocket
Like,
League is the perfect esports game.
I guess if there were an esports game that I would follow, it would be the fighting game. I kind of do follow the fighting game. I can name an esports player, actually. It's fucking Sonic Fox. The black, gay, non-binary furry who everyone seems to be very polarized on in the video game community, but I like them.
Does he play Street Fighter or something?
They play all the games. I don't know which one they're most known for, though. I think they're very good at MK11. He also goes by he. He's a he, they.
What do you mean a he, they?
Some non-binary people go by multiple pronouns, and they're okay.
So he goes by he or they?
Yeah. Which I like.
Doesn't-
I like having multiple pronouns. I like the idea of you have the choice.
It's out of your control.
Have it your way.
No, it's out of your... Just accept that it's out of your control.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I was misgendered...
Not if you put it on Twitter.
I was misgendered several times growing up.
Because of your long hair.
Yeah, it's just out of your control. Other people's perceptions are out of your control. Deal with it. Grow up. I'm sorry.
Well, they're not out of your control. Not if you gently tell them what you would like and they're polite about it.
Okay, but you can't
You can-
control
you
other
can do
people's
something
perceptions.
about it.
That's fucked up.
Sure you can.
No.
That's what life is all about.
it's
It's about subtly manipulating everyone around you.
Okay, well, that's horrible.
That's not horrible. That's social. That's socialization.
No, it's not.
It's about... What is socialization? Just... Oh,
Socialization
the weather
is your
nice.
mom and dad being mean to you. That's what socialization is.
Socialization is, your mom and dad making fun of your tiny penis.
I mean...
It will never be large. It will always be small. I think I'm mixing up my childhood with the childhood of Philadelphia serial killer Joseph Callinger.
Yeah, you often do that.
Yes, I often do that. I relate very hard to schizophrenic serial killer Joseph Callinger,
Listen.
who once dug a big hole
Listen,
and
I'm
would
no-
shit and come in it.
I'm no turf. I want to make it clear.
You're a turf. You saying turf shit? I don't know, Steven. Might get canceled over that take.
Maybe.
Might get canceled. I don't know. I am saying I don't agree with you. I think
The
what you are
I would say I agree
characterizing-
with Elon Musk, and the pronouns are stupid.
No! Don't go down this. The pronouns aren't stupid. It's just
Well-
call people what they want to be called. It's not that hard.
Sure, that's fine too. But those people also should accept that other people will perceive you in ways that you can't control, and they're out of your control. And if you just chill out on that, it'll be better for everybody. And go off and do whatever you want to do.
That's okay, but you're saying that they can never control that, which is, and I wouldn't say the term control, but the idea that they can't change a person's mind, or they don't have the ability to change a person's mind, or request that a person does something that makes them feel more comfortable. I think that's fine. That's not like any sort of vicious or anti-reality behavior. That's sort of just general politeness, right?
Yeah, I mean, the people who growing up thought I was a female person, when corrected, did not continue to be like, nah, you're a girl.
Yeah, but that's not the gripe of trans people. Like, usually when I meet a trans person and I misgender them, they'll correct me once and I'll stop doing it, and they're generally fine with that.
Then that's fine.
The lion's share of trans people I've met are exactly like that.
If that's how it is, then that's fine. I'm referring to if you fuck up one time, that's it for you.
That has never. Because of my connections to the Toronto poetry community, I know a pretty decent amount of trans and non-binary and regular. I shouldn't say regular. I'm digging a hole.
Yeah.
Man,
you gotta dig a hole.
No, but I know a lot of trans people, and they've no one has ever freaked out on me for misgendering them. They've always just politely corrected me.
Well, that's good. Then that's fine. Yeah. And as long as you are allowed to fix your mistake, then I have no problems.
Yeah. I think the sort of the straw man of the hysterical trans person being like, how dare you do that? You're excommunicated. You're canceled forever. That might exist in like very isolated circumstances, but people weaponize their victimhood all the time. That's what the alt-right is about. It's about weaponizing the perceived victimhood of being like a young white alienated man whose society is no longer for. Apparently,
they're taking away our powers.
Yeah. We used to have powers. Now we got none.
Used to be everybody had to listen to us and take our orders first, even if we weren't first in line at the Burger King.
Yeah, I mean, losing privilege sucks. Yeah. It objectively sucks. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't want to hang on to my privilege if it were like there were no consequences to it.
Yeah, that's why we got to take all the white men and just start pumping them full of estrogen.
Yeah, forced feminization. I've been saying this for years. Yeah. I wish the 5G conspiracy were real. It would just make everything so much better if we were all big titty bitches.
The phone tower's making me grow titties.
Phone tower's making me grow big titties. I'm milking all the time. It's 5G milk. You drink the 5G milk, you become a Wi-Fi tower, which then makes more titty people.
Titty people.
Yeah.
On this planet, we have men and titty people. It's like
the titty people wanted equality.
This is a Star Trek episode from the.
But don't you understand? The titty people don't want to be called that. No, they're quite comfortable with being the titty people. The ethics of calling them the titty people. Man, yeah. City on the edge of the titty people.
And that's the show.
That's the show. Good night, men and titty people. We love you all.
Good night. Good night. Good luck. Goodbye.